long grass.
Long grass.
So I searched and searched for a guy mowing his lawn where he let the lawn go for too long. I would say that's the phrase we would use. He should have mowed this long grass a couple of weeks ago or more. Now he's out there with his push mower. I hope it's going well. But when we see a lawn and we think, oh, it needs to be mowed, we often say that there's long grass. We sometimes say tall grass. You might think that would be more common, but often we will say things like, oh, your grass is getting long. Well, there's a lot of long grass in the backyard. It needs to be mowed. So one of the things you will see out in the wild at this time of year is long grass. And then, of course, lawnmowers. Let's zoom in on this one. Another picture of someone mowing down some long grass with a lawnmower. Those words are very similar, aren't they? Long grass, lawn mower. Hopefully you can hear the difference there. Again, we call this a push mower. I think in my professional opinion, that's the wrong mower for the job. There are a lot of things I'm not good at. I have a lot of experience cutting lawn, and if I was to cut this lawn, I would be trying to find a much bigger lawnmower. But there are, lots of lawnmowers out there at this time of year. And then puddles. Now, I noticed the other day, I was walking outside and there were puddles, and I was wearing a pair of Crocs, which normally, if the water's only Crocs are fairly waterproof, but I think my Crocs have a hole in the bottom. If you don't know what Crocs are, you'll have to search that up online. It's kind of a plastic pair of shoes that you can put on quickly. I wouldn't actually call them shoes, like footwear. We'll call them footwear. And I stepped in a really shallow puddle. You have a deep puddle or shallow puddles. And my foot got wet. I was surprised. I wasn't expecting that to happen. But yes, definitely outside right now, there are lots of puddles. Snails. So, I don't really like snails. Snails are these little, let me go back here for a sec. Puddles are just little indentations in the ground or lawn that fill with water. I should actually define the word that I'm teaching, shouldn't I? I know it's pretty easy in this lesson because it's always but I should for sure explain snails. So snails crawl along the ground. Snails have a little shell on their back. And the same day I was walking and saw worms, there were also a lot of snails along the side of the road. I don't know why the worms and snails are close to the road. That seems dangerous to me. Probably poor parenting at some point in their lives. Sorry, that was a joke. But snails, they're also slimy on the bottom. They crawl very slowly. And there's just lots of them right now. It's really cool. Twigs and branches. So trees are beautiful. But when it's windy and when you have a long winter and there's a lot of windstorms and snow sometimes puts weight on the trees, twigs and branches sometimes fall off. The difference between a twig and a branch is simply size. They're all just parts of the tree. But when I was outside the other day, I noticed there were some branches, some pretty big branches laying on the ground, and there were some twigs. So I need to clean those up before I mow my lawn. So there are definitely twigs and branches outside. Rubber boots. As I mentioned, I went outside wearing my Crocs. I should have worn my rubber boots, but I know my rubber boots have a hole in them. Several, and I need a new pair of rubber boots. So this is something though you will definitely see out in the wild right now. A lot of people will wear rubber boots. Jen has been wearing her rubber boots for 2 or 3 weeks as she begins working outside. So that's very cool. Wheelbarrows. So this is one of the coolest inventions ever. A wheelbarrow is a little hand cart, I guess, with one wheel on the front and two handles on the back. And you can fill it with all kinds of things. And you lift the handles and you can move stuff around. You can drive the I think because there's a wheel, it actually acts as a lever. If you know how levers work, so it actually makes it easier to lift all the stuff that's in there. But you will definitely see wheelbarrows at this time of year. Almost everywhere I walked the other day. I went through several neighborhoods. I probably saw 5 or 6 wheelbarrows. So people are cleaning up
People are cleaning
twigs
up
and
twigs and
branches.
branches.
People are just outside, maybe moving some soil to a new area. People are going to start planting stuff soon. So definitely there are a lot of wheelbarrows out there. Rakes. So another thing you can use in the fall is a rake to clean up leaves. But you don't always get it all done. So sometimes you need a rake in the spring.
You need a rake in the spring because
there's just lots of stuff, like leaves that have kind of rotted over the spring. A rake actually works really well to rake up twigs. Don't try to rake up branches. It doesn't work. That's a little bit too hard for a rake. But yes, a rake is a garden tool that you can use to kind of gather things into a pile on the ground. Very helpful for cleaning up your yard in the spring. Melting snow. So this might not be something that you see at this time of year, but we often see melting snow at this time of year. In fact, the other day, I went to the grocery store, and when I went to the grocery store, it was snowing in April. This was this past weekend, and when I came out, my vehicle had some snow on it, and there was a little bit of snow on the ground, but the sun came out, and it immediately started melting. So you can see here. I like this picture shows it nicely. You have snow, but you have green grass. So this is definitely in my mind a picture from spring or fall, most likely spring, where the grass is starting to grow, but you still have a little bit of snow melting. We don't have any snow outside anymore. But like I said, it does snow occasionally, and then we do get a little bit of snow on the ground. Mud. So